Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, the Tsogofatso, and today I have a special guest. I have Simo here, who is also a software engineer. So today we're going to be chatting about, working in tech and all things interesting about working in tech. So I really hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, please do give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section, and please do subscribe. Okay guys, as I mentioned, I have Simo here. So can you give us a little introduction about yourself? Like, who are you? Who is Simo, the software engineer?
Okay, cool. Yeah, my name is Simo. I'm based in Cape Town.
Yeah, we're in Cape Town, guys. As you can see, different setup, different location. We're going different levels now.
So I feel special. She kind of flew here for me.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, I'm a software engineer. I've been working since probably 10 to 11 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm about. Specializing in front end.
Okay.
A bit of mobile as well. But yeah, front end is my thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the reason I was interested on having you on my channel is because I think I'm always sharing my personal journey about, how I did like 3 years of computer science at the University of Pretoria, started working as a front-end dev. So it's always like my story. So I thought, let's hear other people. So how was your journey, your experience of getting into tech?
Yeah, how much time do you have? It's quite an interesting, but so software engineering really came like maybe the first quarter of my first year. Okay. Where I was like, this is what we're doing. Okay. So to take it back, after university, after high school, I wanted to do graphic design.
Okay.
I couldn't get in. I wanted to do architecture. Where I could get in, it was already full. The courses were already full. So private schooling, I couldn't go there because of financial reasons. So anyway, I was like, you know what? A year after matric, I just went to work at a retail company, which we won't mention.
Okay.
So packing at the tills,
Okay.
And
then,
how
was that experience? Because I've done that too, and I was like, it was like a lot of character building and
I must admit, the guys were cool.
Okay.
Yeah, the people I was working with, I didn't really enjoy the tills as much.
Yeah.
Because I feel like your customer face.
True. Yeah.
I
get that. Yeah.
Whereas if you're on the floor, then it's chilled. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. But so that was for about a year.
Okay.
All right. And then after that, I was like, hey, I really need to go back to school, kind of thing. So my matric results were good for. So option 1 was graphic design and architecture. Option 2 was anything related to medicine.
Okay.
Just not the doctors, but I know I could get in there.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, cool, I'm out of time. Let me just get whatever I could get in with at university.
All right.
So I apply emergency medical, those ambulance people, what the actual course is called.
Yeah.
So I applied there, and then I was in, but then now my friend Uspelo, shout out to Brown by the way, Uspelo was like, yo, there's this course you can try. You into music and all things IT. I know someone who's into this, maybe have a look and see what you do. I'm like, cool. What do I have to lose? Yeah. So I apply, and then I was in. So now I got accepted at CPUT for both the EMS course and now what I came to know as multimedia.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I dropped the EMS thing altogether, and then I continued with multimedia. Right. Multimedia is the one that then introduced me to software engineering, all things IT.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ended up doing that in 2010 for 3 years. Okay. And then got internship in my last year of university.
How was that like? Because you did a diploma, right?
Yeah, I did a diploma.
So the internship, how did you go about like getting that, or like was it difficult or?
I wouldn't say difficult. So especially like the last year, the third year, I was just freelancing.
Okay.
Like, if I know someone who has some business going, bro, let me do it for you. You know, I know I don't have experience, so sharp, just pay for my transport or whatever. You know, so I just started freelancing a lot that last year, and then that again in hindsight kind of prepared me for the internship. So finding the internship was not that difficult, and luckily there was a company in Somerset, which is where I was staying in Strand. Somerset is very close to Strand, so they were also looking for internships, and the applications they were getting were people who stay outside of the area. So transport wise, you don't really have your own transport kind of thing. Lucky for me and the other guy who I was going to university with, we were staying in the area. So I applied, and that's how I got the internship.
Wow.
So that's how I ended up studying multimedia technology at the time.
No, that's very interesting. As I said, guys, we're here to bring like different perspectives. So it's interesting to hear like how that wasn't even like your first choice, and then you ended up. So are you happy there now? I mean, you've been doing it for a couple of years now.
Like, you know when you get in and then you realize it's not the course you thought it was. I'm glad I didn't like, you know what, this is not me buy. I'm glad I didn't do that. I was like, you know what, there's a little bit of graphic design which I wanted to do. There's a little bit of music which actually, maybe rolling back before CPUT, I did sound engineering also. So in that gap year I was doing sound engineering part-time, studying sound engineering part-time. So there's a little bit of everything. Like, okay, cool, I can vibe with this situation kind of thing, you know. So I don't regret it.
That's really good. That's really interesting. And I see that you have worked for like a couple of companies, some international, some local. How have you found like that experience?
So it's been amazing. I won't lie, it's been amazing. And you know, the thing is, when you go out there and meet new people, you really realize that you're so used to your own way of thinking. You know, like working with international people, you realize, even because English is not their first or second language sometimes. So
do you code? Is there code in like English, or is it?
No, the coding is in English. But in meetings you realize sometimes like you misunderstood, because instead of saying is, he would say the, you know, those just nuances in the language, in the grammar kind of thing. So but anyway, it's been interesting because I've never at any point worked overseas full time. So it's always been I'm working full time in Cape Town. But I'm doing freelance gig because, like I said, since the last year of university, my last year, I really started freelancing like hectically, you know, because I just had time. And
because I also started freelancing in my final year. That's how I actually got like my first job.
So it's that thing of just freelancing was just part of me, you know what I mean? So anyway, I would do a lot of side projects. I would do a lot of small gigs here and there while I'm still working full time. So it was quite it's more like a time management thing where you're like, okay, cool, I have my full-time job. Actually, the company I ended up working for after the internship, shout out to Joel Rothman, you know, he really put up with me because there were times where I would do my freelance stuff at work. You know, when you are like headphones, you're just in there like, he's not around, and then he won't know, he won't tell the difference. And then he'll be like, yo, what are you doing, kind of thing, you know?
Oh my gosh.
But I would always play it out like, look, the stuff I'm doing on the side, I'm learning. So chances are I'll get to use it here, kind of thing, you know? But man, Joel really put up with a lot, and I guess he understood that I was a junior and I was hungry. And so it's a long answer, but freelancing was just it's never been a full time. I was always working full time and freelancing gigs here and there.
All right, so we got to hear a bit about like your freelancing journey, working full time. So before we move forward, can we just go back to like working with like international companies? We touched on a bit, but can you just give us a bit more on that?
So that came about because I'm always like busy with stuff. Like I have like so many side projects, like so many like software engineers out there. So I ended up doing templates for Ionic
Okay.
View. So Ionic is this. You can build mobile apps with
Okay.
web technology. So pretty much with JavaScript or TypeScript, and then you compile it with Capacitor to build mobile apps.
Okay.
Right. So I started playing around with that.
Yeah, and you have those available for people.
Yeah, I have those on my GitHub. You can just
Okay.
check them out.
Yeah, I'll leave the link. All the links will be in the description, guys.
Yeah, so those templates, right? I
Yes.
started building those templates just because I'm like, cool, because you could work with Ionic and Vue, Ionic and Angular,
Yes.
Ionic and React,
Okay.
but there was no Ionic and Vue, which is what
okay.
I specialize in.
Yeah.
I work with Vue a lot.
Okay.
So when they then released Ionic Vue, so I
Yeah.
was like, cool, this is something I can get into, and I really want to try and get into mobile apps.
Okay.
So I started doing these templates, playing around, because it's very hard to have side projects and you don't really know what it's for.
True. 'Cause
So-
I think that's actually what I've been struggling with, actually, because I don't do side projects like currently.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been doing like something that's interesting to me, or because I think it's like doing side projects for the sake of
Yeah.
doing. But I'd like to get more into it.
Yeah, so
2023.
yeah, you must try it. So
Yeah.
what happened is, in interviews they'll be like, what are your favorite websites? What are your
Okay.
favorite apps?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I can build these apps because now
True.
there's this technology I can use to build mobile apps
Okay.
without me learning Java or Swift or whatever these
Okay.
mobile
Yeah.
frameworks are, But I need a project to work on this. And at work, I don't really have enough time to experiment with these things. So I was like, cool, open my phone, watch which apps do I use the most first and foremost, and which apps do I really like.
Okay.
Like, alright, cool, Capitec app.
Yeah.
So I started building that
Okay.
Capitec app. And then, so that was my thing in
Yeah.
learning Ionic View. Just
Okay.
I know it's a long answer, but I'm
Yeah.
going to the international part.
Yeah.
So I did all these templates. I did Capitec. I
Yeah.
did a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then I ran out of ideas for apps on my phone.
Okay.
So like, now I need some sort of a way of networking instead of
Alright.
putting myself out there as a junior. It is for the mobile app side as
Yeah.
a junior
Okay.
mobile app person.
Alright.
And the best way for me to get word out there is to hook up with designers, link up with designers, and I'm like, yo, I like your design.
Yes.
Can I just do a prototype of it? Kind
Oh,
of
okay.
1 page, 2 pages.
Yeah.
Cool. Inbox people online.
Yeah.
Like, I am very efficient when it comes to networking online.
Yeah.
In person,
I'm taking so many notes right now because I'm like, I need to do all
in
this.
person, chances are I won't really be,
Okay.
but online, so
Yeah, okay.
so I would inbox people. I would see like follow design pages kind of thing,
Okay.
and what's this website? Behance,
Yes, yeah.
So I would be there looking at people what they do, and then I would inbox them. Yo, can I use your design for a template kind of thing?
Oh, okay.
So because I had my Capitec app and a few other apps.
Yes.
Hosted already, so I would send them a link like it's just a prototype kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bite your idea,
Okay.
Anyway, so
Wow.
that went smooth. So I would go inboxing people, and one of those templates actually ended up being featured on the Ionic website,
Oh, nice.
on the Vue portion of the Ionic website,
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
thing,
okay, nice.
under the community projects.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I did this templates, and now like, guys at work, when you need more money, but you don't want to quit,
Yeah.
that situation there. So like, what? Let me go back to freelancing, and now like really seriously freelancing.
All right.
Right. So anyway, fast forward, I get to this agent, right?
Yeah.
So they're like the recruiters, really.
Okay.
Recruiters, right? So I'm like, yo, this is what I do, and
Yeah.
let's make something happen. But I cannot work full time.
Okay.
That must be clear. I cannot work full time.
Okay.
So anyway, between now my template being featured on the Ionic website and this agent that I spoke to, then I was able to get some attention overseas,
Oh, okay.
and then I got people inboxing me on some,
Yeah.
contacting me, email, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like, yo, we really like what you do.
Yes.
We also, and this came a lot from people who are working with Vue,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
because if you're working with Vue on the mobile, on the web,
Yes.
it will make sense for you to build your apps with a Vue
Yeah.
technology.
Okay.
So So yeah, they're like, yo, we've been thinking about using Ionic, but now
Yeah.
that they're doing Ionic View,
Yes.
would you mind it is helping us kind of thing. So that's how the
Okay.
international gigs came through.
Okay,
Some of
nice.
them came via the agent, some of them came just on Twitter, on
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Oh, okay.
You know, just people being like, yo, because shout out also to the Ionic View people, because they really pushed the templates. You know,
Okay, nice.
their community managers were really like engaging.
Yeah.
You know, on GitHub, they were really
Okay.
like engaging, like, yo, maybe, you know, so because of that whole, so that triangle of things,
Yes.
then I ended up getting the international gigs.
Okay,
Yeah, so
wow.
one was in the US,
Yeah.
one was in Sweden,
Yeah.
which was my longest running international gig, because that project took 7 months.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Even then I had to quit and be like, hey guys, I know
Yeah.
it's because now the 9 to 5 is really like, you know,
Yeah.
picking up.
Okay.
So I had to leave them and be like, unfortunately I have to go. And then the other one was in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
And
Wow. Okay.
and then the other one, although there were two in the US, two in the US,
Yeah.
Bulgaria, and then Sweden. But Sweden was the Sweden project was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed working with them. So yeah, that's how I got to work with the international people.
Oh no, that's very interesting. I think what I'm taking is kind of working on your own projects, building your skills, and then putting yourself out there.
Yeah, because I mean, look, as a even though when I did the mobile apps, I was not really junior anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I was not a junior in the software development space, but in the mobile development
Yeah,
space, I
you're
was
still-
very junior.
Okay.
So it doesn't make sense for me to just be like, I think at that time I was more mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for me to be just like, just because I'm mid here,
Yes.
then, so I understood that I don't know anything about mobile
Okay,
apps.
true.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
doing side projects is pretty much the best way to get your work out there.
Oh, okay. No, thank you for that. Guys, 2022, those are my 2023 New Year's resolutions. I'm going to be doing more projects. But
What projects would you be doing?
actually, one thing I've been wanting to do is like a crypto, I think because I want to start simple so that I don't scare myself away. So just like a crypto tracker. So you can see like, because I know there's like a couple of APIs I can use. So it's just about like creating the design,
Yeah.
making it work, then getting motivated to keep going.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds simple enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So when are we starting?
2023. No, I'll do a video about it next year, guys. Watch out, I'm being serious.
So
for real.
you're not allowed to come back to Cape Town if you don't.
Yeah,
If it's
okay.
not done.
It's a deal then. Okay, and I see now you're transitioning into consulting. So can you guys just like tell us like what does that entail and how is the journey looking?
So consulting is, you go in, you look at what is happening within a company or
Okay.
whatever project they ask you to look at, and then you kind of see what can be done
Okay.
to kind of get that project across the line.
Okay.
Or if the project is already like in production and it's used,
Yes.
what tools and what can you implement to make sure that it's running as smooth as possible. you
Oh,
know.
okay.
But now then again, consulting has so many phases to
Yeah.
it, right?
Okay.
The one I'm talking about is one where the Joe Rothman, the guy I was talking about,
Yes.
he was doing that. He was not writing code.
Oh,
he was a
okay.
consultant. He was going around
Yeah.
looking at what the business does.
Okay.
Okay, what are your pain points? Cool.
Yeah.
What is like working smoothly? Cool. And then how
Okay.
can we make sure that there's no pain points, kind of thing, you
Okay.
know? So there's that level of, there's that side of consulting.
Yeah.
The other side of consulting is it's more freelancing, the one I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
where, for example, the project I did for Martin in Bulgaria, I did not write code.
Oh, okay.
It was really just, you know how you do with students mentoring, where they show you your code,
Yeah.
you kind of advise them on what to do best. It was really
Okay.
that. So I just get the code, I look around.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't think I even got the code. Yeah, I got the repo, but
Yeah.
I didn't write code.
Oh, okay.
But I would look at what is happening, and then me and Martin have a session, and then I kind of explain to him, okay, cool, because you did this here, and
Yeah.
so you try and understand what he's trying to, what the what you're trying to achieve.
Okay.
And then you advise on what is the best way to do it.
Okay.
On the code level kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I was not involved in the bigger scope of the project, but more on the, okay, cool, we are struggling with this. What can we do kind of thing. And then now then there's the real coding, freelancing / consulting. The one I was doing in Sweden, where I got in, I looked at their code and I was like, whoa. This is not it, you know. So then you go in. Shout out to them because they realize that it's really going off track. You know?
I think sometimes you can see, like, even when you're typing that code, you're like,
Again, they are a dev house that knows Vue. More on the web side of things. But when they did the app. Then they were like, it's a bit too much kind of thing, you know what I mean? So I went in there. At first it was also like, okay, just come in and just, you know, look around and see what we can improve. But then I ended up, because the scale of that project was just so big that I had to be involved, like write code kind of thing. And then I ended up there being the sort of the lead mobile developer up until I left. So that started off kind of consulting. I ended up writing code as a developer kind of thing. So yeah, it's just consulting. You come in and then you just advise, and then the people who work there full time will take action. And then the other one is just mentoring / making sure people are following the right coding standards kind of thing. And then the last bit is the one kind of the same as freelancing, which is you can write code. So that is what freelancing, that is what consulting is.
And you offer those services right now?
Boss, you're gonna see this. I don't offer those services. But if you don't see this, yes, I offer those services.
So I'll leave all your contact details in the description, then you can decide. But
now my boss is cool, so I'm sure he will just gonna but he's cool.
Okay, cool. And I guess just to wrap up, you've worked on like a couple of projects. I'm sure you've had, quite a bit of a career. So is there anything interesting that you worked on that you can or would like to share with us?
There's a couple.
Okay.
So one thing I didn't mention, maybe now that we're speaking about projects. Last year of university, when I started freelancing, so I linked up with one of my friends, Teman. So we then, because he was very good with the back end stuff. And I was very good with the design stuff. So when we get projects, I'm like, yo, I need a database, kind of thing. Or he would be like, hey, bro, this thing looks bad. Can you spice it up with the kind of thing? So we're like, you know what? Let's just join forces, kind of thing. Right? So there were a lot of projects we did there. There were a lot of like great projects we worked on there. I think the Lingua Franca project is probably the one that stands out because and the Moss web project, that thing was dope. So those two from that time, right? Fast forward to now, I really enjoyed working on that Sweden project, man. And it was a lot of new technology that I haven't worked with. You are really figuring out, like, you take 2 steps back, you fall. What? No, you take 2 steps forward and then you fall back. You get up, you take another 2 steps,
Can you share with us a little bit what it was about?
So they were doing these training apps, like a Nike training app, exercise things, but they were doing that for a training academy focusing on kids. Right. So they would track their progress. They would track everything that the business on that app. And then now the trainers, it got to a point where because COVID happened, right? After that COVID period, then they were like, you know what, let's make this so that the trainers can do this remotely,
Oh, okay.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is where now the streaming part of it came in.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You know, dude, tracking the movements of people when they're wearing the watches. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, this is a lot of work, but it's interesting because you're working with just new technology.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
and pretty much other than Nike and maybe some 2 or 3 apps that do the you know, tracking the person, like your vital organs and whatnot. So yeah, that was the interesting thing about it. You know. Also, there was another gig, but that was a very short gig from Sweden.
Yeah.
While I was still working with these other guys, where they were doing IoT work.
Okay.
So, can I switch off my geyser on the phone, kind of thing?
Nice.
You know. So that was also another interesting thing that came out of that Sweden. When I was working for people in Sweden. So yeah, that was cool. I really enjoyed working on that project. The other project, I think it was that's not one thing. It's just all those Ionic View frameworks.
Yeah.
Because that is when it was an eye-opening experience. Like, you know what? For the first time in my career, I was actually looking for people to help me build the templates.
Yeah.
Because when it was featured on the Ionic website, then I really started getting traction.
Okay.
You know, and then now, people are weird. The dev community is weird. You know, you have like 5 templates out there.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, when is the next one coming? When is the next one coming? You know. So like, I don't have enough time. So I started looking for people to help me build the templates, kind of thing. You know. So that was So the projects themselves were not that difficult, but the experience was a bit interesting because now, like, oh snap, I'm actually this close from hiring people to help me with it, even though it's not on a full-time basis. But just to get sure, because I mean, you are a content creator, you know the advantage of consistency. Keep it going, kind of thing, so that it can grow. So yeah, that was interesting. And another project is one of mine where I built a website where you can track all the tech conferences in South Africa. So, because now if you were like, where each conference has its own website, which is not a bad thing, but for someone who just wants to attend,
like, where do I start to even look? It's nice to have everything in one place,
so yeah, that was another cool experience. That one I built with Ionic View, but for web. Which is, Ionic View is really meant to be for the mobile apps. But I was like, no, what, you can do web stuff also, so let me just do it, you know, kind of thing. So yeah, those are the projects that really stand out. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few, but
but the ones you mentioned already sound so interesting. So I'll check them out. And just to wrap the video up, do you have like maybe any like advice or insight that you can share with someone that's like looking to get into tech, whether if maybe they're still in high school or wanting to make like a career change or something like that?
Yeah, man, look, just do it, you know? Just do it. When I was, again, taking it back to my very first full-time job, when I was working for Joel, I worked with a guy who, he met Joel at a bookstore. He was working at, I think it was Exclusive Books. Because Joel liked buying IT books and whatnot, so he would go to the same store buying books, and then they're like, yo, you really buy these books, what you know? And then they started talking, and then, you know what I mean? So just do it. And like I said, like I'm doing a lot of side projects, and some of them I just forget about them. You know, when you open your hard drive, you just go through your folders, you're like, oh snap, I did that thing, kind of thing, you know. So yeah, that's my advice. Just do it and just really believe in yourself, you know. But don't be afraid to drop a project. Like, just drop it. Try a new one, you know. It's not a train smash to just drop it. We all run out of steam sometimes. So yeah, just do it and network. I think that is important. Like, just network. Talk to people. I'm not really good at networking in person, especially for the very first time meeting you. But if you have a name tag, I just look at your name. Try to memorize it. I hunt you online, and then slowly and this thing of I saw your ad, give me a job, or just try and figure out what the person is into, and then work around that kind of thing. That's my approach, my low-key introverted approach. But network, put yourself out there, just make sure people know about you. You know what I mean? You can share statuses with certain people. You can share even on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, or whatever.
True.
Do that. If you feel like your friends are not really into IT that much, find the ones that are into IT that much, share statuses, and make sure you target those people, kind of thing. Like a lot of my freelance gigs came on Facebook. Right, a lot of them came on Facebook because there's one or two people who are seeing these things, and then they might not want that service, but they know someone who wants that service.
True.
And they're like, you know what, actually,
I know a guy,
kind of thing, like, bruh, someone wants something, I don't know, you know what I mean? So those connections are important, you know what I mean? So it's really that, just wing it and see what works and see what doesn't work.
No, thank you so much for sharing so much insight. Like, I've already learned so much, and I'm like, okay, there's a couple of things that I need to do. So thank you for coming and sharing so much information. And guys, if you want to reach Simo or anything, all the links are in the description. Please do check them out. And that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
I have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, before we bye. How do you manage to keep your intro so consistent in every video?
I think I've been doing it for like 2 years now. So I kind of just, now I know it.
That's amazing. But man, shout out to you. Your channel is massive.
Thank you.
You are really doing your thing. Shout out. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna cry now. But thank you guys. So I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.